Hey guys, my name is Steve,
This is Joe.
and this is the 40 Ounce Podcast.
Well, it's more like the 48-ounce podcast.
I was just
today.
going to say, this is the 40 Ounce Podcast special 48 ounce edition.
Oh, jeez.
You want to tell them about it?
Well, okay. So, first of all, you need to know something about the politics of Washington, D.C.
Right.
There are a bunch of wards that make up D.C. in terms of voting blocks, and in the ward we're currently in, we're doing an away game this episode. We're recording, well, I was about to say live from, but not live from the campus of George Washington University.
Uh-huh.
Ward
3, I believe.
I think that's right. It's a ward, unlike in Tenleytown where we usually record, where you cannot buy a 40-ounce single-serving bottle.
That's right. Downtown, you cannot buy 40s.
But to get around that, they sell 2-packs of... They're not even tall boys. They're like hyper tall boys.
Yeah, they're
24 ounce.
Normal tall boys are like 20 ounces, right? 18 ounces.
Yeah.
These are 24 ounces.
So
picture a beer can strapped to another beer can.
They're like the dolphin killers or whatever. But there's only 2 of them.
Yeah, and I want to talk about how I'm pretty upset because, that's one of the reasons we do the 40 ounce podcast interviews, that we can get 40s.
Right.
And yeah, there's people, it's a very political issue, and, they say that the reason that they don't allow 40s downtown is to drive homeless people who want to drink for very cheap, and 40s are the best option for that. They want to drive them up out of the city as far from downtown as they can. Now, okay, fine, that's very political. My point is that
they get driven to Tenleytown.
They don't realize, one, and also they don't realize who they're hurting. They're hurting young social media entrepreneurs, such as
some people just want to drink
Joe
a 40.
Some people just want to drink the 40s.
Right. So our punishment is that we have to drink 8 extra ounces in this half an hour.
That's right.
Is gonna, I don't know, man.
It's gonna be very tough. And I was just reflecting for a second. Was that we were recently at a bar earlier tonight, and
Oh yeah, the other theme of this podcast is we have been drinking since what? Like since 4.
Yeah, since 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Oh, it's 8:40 now.
So
we're not. We've been drinking at a slow
very
pace.
moderately.
Very much of a hangout thing.
Exactly. And on that note, we were at a bar, and this is a bar normally you go to binge drink. Joe and I each only had one drink, but that drink was a 24 ounce Kirinichi Bun.
It's sure becoming a theme, isn't it?
Exactly. So these are going to be our second and third 24 ounce beer cans. Actually, no.
And this is a 40 ounce first,
right?
And that we already have alcohol in our system.
Right. We've never done this before.
So all sorts of things for the 10th episode. It's a big blockbuster. A lot of things.
We're hitting double digits tonight. But I was saying, what I was saying was, I'm actually worried because when we were at the bar, we had these 24 ounce cans, and you and I probably nursed our cans for like an hour each.
Yeah.
So we're doubling the amount and halving the time.
Oh. Well, all I can say is premium content will be even more enticing than it usually is.
That shit is going to be premium.
In episode 9, as we discussed, we posted premium content for regular listeners.
Exactly.
And
as a special treat.
So I think people will start flocking to it.
I think people are about to get really into it.
Oh. So we just have to attack and attack and attack because otherwise it's going to sneak up on us.
Yes. And it's going to hit us really hard, and we're going to be about 20 minutes in, we're going to have a whole nother 24 ounce can to go. So we got to hit it hard and keep talking while we're doing it.
Right.
So Joe's drinking. I'm going to talk. This is going to be our thing. I'm going to talk, and then Joe's going to drink, and then Joe's going to talk while I drink. So here goes Joe.
But you have to talk, not drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm supposed to still talk. Yeah, no, it's a very historic week this week. A lot of big things happening.
Keep going.
We have the first gay president.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, our president, officially gay.
And he just kind of tacked it on at the end of a sentence. He was like, now I feel like it's time that I, admitted that I am okay with
me being a homosexual man.
I think that's the direct quote.
Did we not listen correctly? Is that something?
I don't know, man. I just have a hard time. I'm kind of like all or nothing with that sort of thing.
Either you can't support homosexual rights unless you're gay. Is that what you're saying?
Unless you're super gay, to be fair.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Let me keep drinking while you
keep drinking.
Talking.
So that's actually, we live in the nation's capital for any of you people who don't. So it's really important here when politics happens.
How many listeners do you think outside of DC?
My mom still might listen.
Your mom, I have one friend that I know of in New York City.
And I have a friend from LA, Ben, as we mentioned before.
Dude, we span the continent.
That's right. We have someone in Mexico. Do we? I don't think so.
Well, you can't just make that up and tack it on.
I can, and I did.
Oh. Well, I just did and Steve was doing a lot of the talking there, so I sped ahead with the drinking, so I'm going to take up the talking and you take up the drinking.
Oh,
yep.
God, drinking.
I know, dude. I'm with you. Well, we were just talking before we set up, because Steve is charging his phone right now, and he has one of those HTC type phones. Mm-hmm. And, like, as kind of shitty it is that you can only have a Droid or an iPhone at this point, or you can not have a new phone yet, but basically.
Yeah.
Are you listening at all, or are you just coping?
This already sucks.
It does suck. Anyway, as much as that sucks, it's been great, the homogeneity of chargers.
Right.
Everywhere you go, basically, you can charge your phone. Because it's like, do you have an Android charger or do you have an iPhone charger? Those are the only two. Do you remember in the mid-2000s? It was horrible.
Every phone had a different fucking charger.
You remember the wide one with the clampy clamps?
Oh my god, yeah.
I had 2 phones like that.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
And it's bizarre. It's like
just make one charger. Get over yourselves.
Well, now
help us out?
Which is going to win out? Which one of these is going to be like the CD?
I don't know. I think this is a battle for the rest of time. I don't think this will ever be resolved.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm going to say that yes, the iPhone charger it's sleeker. It's
You're trying to say that the iPhone is better, and it is.
I'm going to say the iPhone is better, and that the Apple corporations focus on being sleek and like sort of sexy looking.
Yeah,
they kind of pull it out with their charger. But the Droid, but the Droid charger's smaller. That's not something to be.
No, that's good.
That's not something to throw away. Size
or
matters.
To sneeze at.
Size matters, ladies.
Especially when it comes to sneezing on it. What?
If you're gonna sneeze on it, you better be ready for its size to matter. I don't even know what that even means.
I don't know, dude. You know, I feel like normally with the podcast, like, it's not very centered around drinking.
No.
But just with this additional 8 ounces, I feel like a major theme of this episode is going to be our status with the drinking and, like, how we're doing, how we're feeling about it. Because it's not that much of a drinking podcast. It's just a conceit for us to
Right, yeah. It's a conceit. It's sort of a conceit for the podcast, especially because... And it's interesting because 40 ounces, especially now since we've been doing it for 10 episodes.
Right.
40 ounces, in my mind, drinking that in half an hour. Yeah, it's not like I don't want to do it every fucking hour.
Right. You wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't do it as a hobby.
It's exceeding manageable now.
Yeah, yes.
And yes, when we up to like high gravities and sort of less tasty drinks,
right,
it affects us, but it's still manageable.
Right.
And there's something about the idea of 48 in that half hour that feels mightily unmanageable.
Yeah, and it feels like we've got to stay on top of it.
Right. It feels the pressure, I feel, is far greater. And that's interesting because, it's Bud Ice. We've been drinking that for a while now.
Yeah, we've done a couple of podcasts with the Bud Ice.
Yeah.
But it's in cans and not bottles, and it's 8 more ounces like we've seen.
See, now, if only we had the Miller Pop Top can, ladies and gentlemen.
You've heard about it. You've seen the commercials.
You've seen the commercials, which is where the Miller, whatever the brewery that makes Miller Lite is or whatever.
I think it's Miller Brewing Company.
Yeah, Miller Brewing Company has come up with this new concept, very innovative new concept.
What you do is
the top of the can is like a weaker metal or some shit.
It has like a very thin part of metal that you poke a hole,
and
that allows an air to go in while you suck the beer out of the big hole, it's already a wide mouth hole.
It's very wide.
Remember that innovation?
Right, because the hole used to be a lot narrower.
Right, and you remember when you were watching, football when you were like 12, and they're like, new wide mouth can from Coors Light.
Exactly. It's it's
and that was like, oh my god.
Imagine if you're still drinking out of like the can you get on like your pineapple juice thing. It's like
I remember whenever I went to like England when I was like 12 or whatever it was. It was like you were trying to suck the Fanta out of the can. It's like it won't come out fast enough.
So you know, the wide mouth can obviously is
the
not
innovations in terms of getting alcohol down people's throats.
Well, that's the funny thing is that they're like put a hole in the can and then we let air come in and force the liquid out.
But can I just say the wide mouth was the last non-bullshit innovation they did.
Right.
Ever since then, it's been that Vortex bottle.
The cold can. The Guinness has the fucking rock, like the thing in it that jiggles.
Well, that's a real thing because they use nitrogen.
Okay.
But the Rockies, when the Rockies turn blue.
Oh yeah, Coors Rocky Mountain Blue.
David Cross has a great bit about that when like people they're like, he's like. When he sees like the new commercial where it says they're blue and your beer is cold, he's like, out of the 5 senses, the one I use to tell when beer is cold is not going to be sight.
Going to be sight.
Probably touch the beer. No, but
that's good.
But this new one, it's bullshit beyond the Vortex because. Everyone knows about shotgunning.
Because of shotgunning.
Everybody knows about it.
Shotgunning is an established technique to drink faster.
Right.
And this is literally just, you can shotgun these. You could do it before, but now it's going to be maybe slightly easier, maybe.
I think it makes it just more socially acceptable.
Is that what they're doing? They're like trying to socialize shotgunning?
I guess, because you can just like do it literally like little like...
Well, that's one of the best parts of their commercial is that they have people like of all fucking professions and walks of life popping holes in their cans so they can drink faster. They have like, one of the best ones is the guy pulls up in his fucking race car and his fucking...
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think this happens in the commercial.
Okay, tell me.
And like his crew team is like fucking tightening his fucking tires.
Right.
And someone pops... a hole in the can, in the Miller Lite can, with their, like, fucking socket wrench.
Wait. Mid-story, I'm done with my first
Okay,
Bud
I'm going to
Ice.
finish mine. All right, I'll finish the story and then finish
mine.
mine.
Yeah.
But, so... Is the driver going to be drinking that beer as fast as he can because he's got to get back on the track?
Yeah, man.
The fucking Indy 500, he has another like 250 laps.
Dude, it's the Indy 500. It's very stressful. He's got to calm the nerves.
I don't know. All I know is that they're working in like very already established territory. Let's get this crack from Joe second.
Yeah, wait. Can I say this is the other half of the 48-hour podcast? I'm Joe.
And I'm Steve.
Nice.
Okay, great. All right, you got to talk about this for a little bit because I'm going to finish this one.
Well, my thing is, it's just like... Are you glorifying shotgunning? Because, like, that's fine. Everybody knows about shotgunning, and everyone's shotgunning your beer because it's a light beer that people are drinking at parties, you know, frat parties or whatever. Just own up to it. Literally, like, put a target on, like, the bottom corner of your beer. Like, this is where you put your dirty keys in. And then you tilt it like this, and then you crack the beer, and you suck it down. Mm-hmm. And have a commercial like that. Why not? Just be honest about your product. That's all I'm saying. Steve's done with his first.
No, my first of 224.
Well, you're actually on pace because we're only 13 minutes in.
That's not going to be fast enough.
I have a feeling, we are.
Podcast. That was my cracking it. I'm sure you heard.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to flag a little.
Oh, I'm already fucking flagging.
Especially since we started drinking 5 hours ago.
Big warning. People, you shotgun a regular can. A regular can has 12 ounces of beer in it.
Yes.
That's the can you want to shotgun.
Yes. It's over before you know it.
Exactly.
If you're not
horribly
do a
12 ounce can. If you got a shotgun a tall boy, that's 18 ounces. Expect it to be a lot more.
You got to take a deep breath beforehand. You got to really clench. Clench your whole face because...
And a lot of people, when you shotgun, you expect it to just pour in. And with a 12-ounce can, it will, and you'll be okay.
Right.
18 ounces, you're not going to get it in one gulp or two. It's going to take a little while, so don't expect it to go instantly.
Yeah, you don't. It's not a race with a tall boy.
Yeah, if you're shotgunning with a tall boy, stop racing.
You want to get it done, exactly. And you want to stay safe.
Now, shotgunning with a 12-ounce can, you can race.
You can race.
And if you ever race against me, shotgunning a 12-ounce can.
This is something we haven't really discussed on the 40-ounce podcast. Steve Isaac is... Isaac.